Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your 2024 year predictions. You are born between June 21st and July 22nd. You are a cardinal water sign. The moon rules you, represented by the crab. You are able to walk sideways and see things from a different perspective, which gives you a certain superpower. You are ruled by the fourth house on the wheel of life, and the moon is your planet. So that means you are emotional. This is the fourth house. It rules your past, your emotions, the father, the mother, home, family, your family heritage, your safe place, and your intuition. Another superpower that you have, Cancer, is the moon. If you think about how the moon orbits around the earth, as you orbit the earth, you are absorbing everyone's emotions around you. That is why you're able to read a room more than any other sign. Most water signs have this superpower. You walk in a room and you pick up on everyone else's emotions. And this is because of your intuitive abilities and how you are able to absorb things and pull things to you and absorb things, just like the moon pulls the tides of the ocean and the waterways. But more than any other water sign, because you are the one primarily ruled by the moon, it is overwhelming at times for our Cancers to feel everyone's emotions all the time. And we tend to put our own emotions in the background and allow other people's emotions to control us. This can be a downfall for us. Sometimes we feel too much, and I'm saying we because I am a Cancer as well. You are a highly intuitive sign because the moon is your superpower. Don't forget that you are also able to shed your skin, just like the crab. Well aware how disturbing this may look. And no, that's not you eating your own intestines or anything like that. That's you shedding your skin, Cancer, and getting your big, clingy claws out of your old shedded skin. You see, here's the thing, Cancer. We have big claws because we can hold on tight. And sometimes we hold on tight to people that we shouldn't hold on to. Those big claws make us have a hard time letting go. But when we do finally let go, we really let go. You're done to us when we do let you go. That's the amazing thing about a crab. We walk on the beach sideways, you see. We see things from a different perspective with our big eyes sitting on top of our head. We're connected to the ocean, but we can also walk on land and breathe in air and breathe in water. We're highly adaptable. We get beat down by the waves, but we always come back. We see things from a very different perspective walking sideways. We approach things very differently than most signs. We see things that others will miss. So we pay attention to details more than any other sign. We look at people at this same kind of walking sideways perspective as well. We usually give others the benefit of the doubt. Even when everyone else says that they're bad people or stay away from them, some Cancers are always kind of looking sideways, trying to figure people out. It's our natural instinct. We have a hard shell that protects us, but we are soft on the inside and fragile. This hard shell is our protective shell. And if we feel hurt or betrayed, we tend to hide in our shells where we feel the most safe. And we can isolate as well. So let's go into breaking down your 2024 predictions now that you know a lot about why you are the way that you are. Okay, Cancer, let's break into your chart. So we're going to get acquainted with Pluto because Pluto is going to be playing a role in your astrology for the entire year. Pluto is a very slow-moving planet. Now, if you're familiar with my channel, you know I do a lot of true crime. So this isn't true crime. We're doing regular astrology. We're talking about the beautiful aspects of astrology. So I know that Pluto gets a bad rap on my channel when I do true crime. Look, Pluto has a heart. Do you see it there? He's got a little heart on the side of his planet. Pluto is not all bad, and Pluto really gets a bad reputation out there. But I want to tell you that this planet is absolutely amazing, okay? Pluto does have a heart, and he rewards you spiritually. Now, Pluto is going to be playing a role in your astrology from January 20th. It's going to be in the sign of Aquarius until September the 1st. September the 1st, it goes into Capricorn until November the 19th. Then it goes back into Aquarius for the rest of the year. So that's why I really need you to get familiar with this planet and figure out the house that it's going to be in. And on your chart, it's going to be dancing between the 7th house. So that's really going to be affecting your relationships. So there's going to be a lot of focus on relationships for you, Cancers, this year. Now, let me just tell you, okay? Pluto and Aquarius together are the most sexual and sensual positions in astrology. When we do people's natal charts and they have Aquarius and Pluto or Scorpio and Aquarius signs in their natal chart, that is when we're like, whoa, woohoo, you guys are going to have a really healthy sex life, okay? Pluto rules the 8th house, which is the house of sex, death, and taxes, other people's money, inheritance, magic, taboo subjects, spirituality, going down into the depths of your soul. Here you see Pluto ruling the 11th house for the sign of Aquarius. That's the 11th house. It's the planet of Uranus, which is your hopes, your wishes, making your dreams come true, your community, your friend group, and your dreams, your hopes and your dreams. So a lot of our Aquarians, they do dream. So don't be surprised if you have some pretty intense dreams, Cancer, during this time. You're already an intuitive sign. And when you mix Aquarius mixed with the planet of death and spirituality, where it really makes us search our souls, okay? It's connected to our souls and the other realm. I mean, it's connected to death. So you think of ghosts, right? Of the spirit world. It's connected to that area. And Aquarius is connected. They can get warning dreams from their ancestors that are passed down from heaven to warn them when something is going on in their life. So don't be surprised if you get some really intense dreams. You might even get some psychic dreams during this time. So that's why I really want to spend a lot of time with you about this planet. I mean, this is going to push sensuality in the bedroom for you. If you're not in a relationship, this is going to affect you as well. So think about the sky is the limit with the planet of sex, right? Making your dreams come true with the planet of sex. So, I mean, Pluto is intense. He's life-altering. He's profound. It gives you great power. It is a rich planet. It's about control and your sexuality. Mixed with Aquarius, which is making your dreams come true. So you might want to, if somebody ever wanted to dream about having sex, I don't know, in some weird place, this is when you guys might actually push that boundary and be really creative in the bedroom. So it's also going to reward you on the spiritual side of things, okay? Aquarius is about inner knowledge, and it's connected to the eye of heaven. So I just really wanted to spend a lot of time with you because Pluto demands that we go deeper and explore the truths that are hidden beneath the surface. So this is going to be an intense year for you, Cancer, with Pluto helping you along. It will reward your spirituality, but what it's going to force is a possible metamorphosis, reaching deep down into the inner depths of your soul to figure out what's no longer working, break down old barriers, and figure out a new way of doing things. So this planet is going to bring you many blessings. and it's the planet of silver and gold. So hopefully there is a reward for you in this. This planet is willing to reward you financially. These financial blessings will truly blossom, though, when it enters into Capricorn. You'll be doing transformations with Aquarius, exploring your sexuality in Aquarius. But when you hit in Capricorn, it transcends your work environment. So when it enters the sign of Capricorn, you're going to be pushing boundaries at work, especially your friend groups at work. Pluto will be pushing boundaries with that and making things happen. Capricorns are our workaholics, and they reward hard work. And you'll be getting blessings from Pluto as well when it goes into the sign of Capricorn, and then it goes back into the sign of Aquarius towards the end of the year. Okay, so that's what I have for Pluto for the entire year for you. Now we'll go into breaking down the rest of your chart for the rest of the year. So the other important aspects are going to be the 2 lunar eclipses that we have coming up. I want to go over the moon schedules with you for Cancer as well. As the fact that you are the one sign that is ruled by the moon, all water signs have aspects of the moon in them, but Cancer especially is really affected by the moon, okay? So as a Cancer, it would be wise of you to really start to tune in to Mother Moon. I mean, she is our original mother, and figure out when she's, especially when it's a new moon, because that's like a time for a reboot, a refresh, and then on full moons, it can bring a lot of emotions. I'm going to remind you that if you can pick a surgery date, I would not recommend having any surgeries during any full moons, okay? Even new moons and especially lunar eclipses. It's just not recommended. The ancients would believe that it pulled on fluid. There's a lot of chaos on full moons in emergency rooms and things like that. So, I mean, if it's an emergency, you don't have a choice, okay? If it's an emergency, have the surgery, whether it's a full moon or not. You don't have a choice, all right? But if you're having a surgery where where they say you have to have the surgery, we're going to let you pick the date so you can plan for your recovery time or things like that. It's not recommended that you have surgery during an eclipse or a full moon, okay? All right, so let's go into the moon for your year. Also, Cancers, this is a site that I'd really like you to get familiar with because you are Cancers. This is called astroseek.com. You should be looking at the moon cycles as much as possible. I am constantly on that website. In my faith, I follow the moon. The moon is very important to us in my religion. We don't worship the moon, but we honor her very much, okay? And because I am a Cancer, I am definitely affected by the moon, and so are you. So that is a website that you should get familiar with. It tells you the sign. It will tell you the time that the moon will be full, when it's a new moon, and whatever phase the moon is in, and can give you a little blurb of your horoscope per day. So as Cancers, that's a website that I'd really like you to get familiar with, and I wanted to share it with you. Okay, so a pretty intense time for you, Cancer, is going to be March 25th. There's a full moon, and it will be with a lunar eclipse in Libra. So watch your balance around this time, Cancers. And if you have an elderly parent that is getting up in age, please keep an eye on your parents if they're elderly, because this is when we have a lot of falls during this time when there is an eclipse in Libra. It does mess with our balance, and people do fall more during these times, okay? This might bring on a lot of intense emotions for you, Cancer. Libra is all about balance and how we balance our relationships with others. It rules the 7th house. So there might be something brought to light in your relationship, or be an emotional time for you. So just remember to take it easy, meditate, and just be aware that this might be a stressful time for you. So you have an important new moon in Cancer on July 5th. New moons we usually look at as a reboot, a refresh, a restart. That it's in Cancer, this can be some new information coming to light about your family. Cancer rules the 4th house. It rules your emotions. It rules family, your family heritage, your parents, your childhood memories, your deep emotions, things that are hidden from within, and where you feel safe, okay? So this could be a refresh, a new start, possibly with someone in your family or within your own family group, in your own little family bubble. And families come in all shapes and sizes. Don't forget that, Cancer. We extend our families to friends as well. So more than any other sign, Cancers look at friends as family as well. So don't forget that aspect. The moon rules your stomach, the womb, the vagina, the breast, the lymph system, the breastplate, the breastbone, the uterus, and fertility. So this is, if you are looking to do any fertility work or anything like that, this is when we recommend doing that. So you also have a very important moon because it's a water sign, full moon in Pisces with a lunar eclipse, September the 11th, Cancer. So I'm trying to really explain as best as I can that Cancers are affected by the moon more than any other sign. We are affected by the moon more than any other water sign as well. Pisces rules the 12th house. It rules hospital stays too, getting older, elderly parents, things like that. How we have things hidden deep within us. Secrets could be revealed. It rules drowning and the water, okay? So during a lunar eclipse, full on top of a full moon in Pisces, which is ruled by Neptune, that is Poseidon. So if you happen to be near water around this time, a few days before, a few days after, and during this eclipse, be careful around the waterways during this time. We have a lot of freak accidents around the water during Pisces full moons. We also have a lot of accidents around water during Pisces retrograde. Neptune retrograde brings on a lot of accidents around the waterways. So just freak accidents too, like people who can swim, who you would never think could drown, end up drowning because of Neptune retrograde. The water things, just freak accidents can happen. So be careful around water. Just pay attention that your emotions are going to be stronger. And this full moon with this eclipse is going to be affecting other people in your friend group and in your family group. And a lot of people come to you, Cancer. You're the first person they call when they're upset or emotional, okay? Because you are the one sign that understands everyone. So be aware with this eclipse, others might be coming to you. So keep your emotions in check. Put your own self first, which I know is difficult for us Cancers to do. They struggle with putting their own well-being first and put other people's emotions and feelings first. So just be aware that others might be coming to you for advice, needing your support, but don't forget to hug and love yourself, Cancer. Okay, let's continue on with the rest of your chart for the year. The other planet that I'd like you to get comfortable with is Saturn. Saturn is going to be in the sign of Pisces as well. Now that we talked about the lunar eclipse that's happening for you as well in Pisces, this is a good time for me to explain to you that the planet of restriction and great reward and rewards hard work is Saturn. It is the ruler of the 10th house. which is your work ethics, your reputation, how people see you. And it is a planet that gives great reward when you put hard work in. Now Saturn is going to be in your sign of Pisces for the year. Actually, it follows into 2025. So this is another planet that you should get familiar with and comfortable with. Saturn can sometimes throw not really a wrench in things. That's more so like Uranus when stuff unexpected happens. Saturn is more like, think of like your father, like the strict father that tells you no, or he sends you to your room. So it's in the sign of Pisces, which is your spirituality. So it also is, that's a very spiritual sign, Pisces. So Saturn will reward you with your spirituality. Whatever you invest into your spirituality, if you want to get into, I don't know, maybe some more spiritual things, or you're exploring religion, or anything spiritual, whether that be, not of the norm. I mean, like reading tarot cards, or learning about astrology, or reading your Bible more. Whatever you decide to do with your spirituality, Saturn is willing to reward you for hard work. Now, Saturn can also put restrictions in your path and just tell you that you have to wait for that opportune moment, and then that's when Saturn will reward you. So there might be a delay in something, but usually it always ends up working out. So just be prepared for that. The Saturn is the planet of restrictions, but rewards hard work, okay? He's strict. He has a strong work ethic, and whatever you're willing to put in and roll up your sleeves and do the hard work, Saturn will reward you. Okay, let's continue on with the rest of your chart. On the negative side, Saturn can be, because it's in Pisces and Saturn rules your physical body. He rules your hair, skin, nails, and your DNA, your skeleton, okay? It can mean old age, because Pisces does rule old age. And it can rule hospital stays. It can rule mental hospital stays as well. So it also can be keeping an eye on your parents, because Saturn can rule possibly a father, and Pisces rules hospital stays. So hopefully, if it's just nothing minor. Don't be surprised if you yourself may have a short hospital stay for a visit, or that you're going to visit somebody in the hospital this year of 2024. Or that one of your parents might have a hospital stay. Hopefully it's just something minor, but this planet does rule the skeleton system, and getting older, he rules father time. He is Kronos, and he is sitting in Pisces, and Pisces does rule, a hospital stay, getting older and old age, and it rules also mental hospital stays, like a mental ward, okay? So I just want to prepare you all for that as well. Hopefully it's nothing minor. It's just nothing major, but I want to tell you the good, bad, and the ugly, okay? But usually it's hopefully it's nothing major, but I just wanted to let you know that this planet can bring that forward, okay? And it is sticking by you the entire year. All right, let's continue on. Okay, so summertime, June 17th, Venus enters your sign, Cancer. And yes, Venus is your love planet, but Venus is more than love, don't forget. Venus is about balance, and how we balance everything in our lives. How we balance our partners, our families, our children, and our checkbook too. Venus rules the sign of Taurus and Libra. So relationships and possessions, and how we care for those possessions. You are an intuitive sign, Cancer, And more than any other lover in the zodiac, Cancer, don't forget that you please your partners intuitively. You intuitively can sense exactly what your partners need, exactly when they need it. And this also applies for in the bedroom. Again, I'm trying to be as PG as possible here, not to get striked by YouTube for being inappropriate. But I think you can figure it out when you have a very sensual sign like Venus, who is also Aphrodite, with a intuitive, pleasing sign like Cancer. You know how to please your partner because you intuitively and instinctively know exactly what they need and exactly what they want before they even have to ask for it. Cancers are amazing lovers in the bedroom, and so is Venus. So please explore this area. So the heat will be hot out in June, but it's also going to be hot up in the Cancer bedroom. Okay. Now, as far as your finances with Venus and your work career, Venus is another one that rewards you when you work hard. Think of Venus balancing the scales in the Libra sign, and we have our work bulls. I always call it a work ox because I think of the ox, but it's the same. Bull, ox, it's all in the same family. So working hard, okay? Taurus works hard, that's ruled by Venus, and they can make money. So this is when money might start to flow in. You might start to focus on, maybe doing some repairs around your home, or something might need to be repaired, like a computer, a piece of your own property. You might need to maybe take care of the yard, maybe take care of something on the home that might need a repair. This is all Venus, how we cherish the things that we love, whether that be people or your home. Now remember, Venus is a foodie, and who else is the other foodie in the zodiac sign? Is you, Cancer. You love home-cooked meals and spending time with your family. And Venus loves food, a great meal. Venus loves to go out and have a meal prepared for them. So don't be scared, Cancer. You can go out to dinner and have someone cook for you and have a nice meal and have good company and enjoy nice drinks and a delicious dinner with the people that you love. Venus also loves to snuggle in and eat popcorn and watch movies. So cherish the ones that you love. Take care of your finances. Maybe go over your checks and balances in your checkbook. And this is a time to bring balance into your life. Okay, let's continue on with some other planet placements that are just as important. All right, let's continue on. You will also have Mercury entering the sign of Cancer as well on June 17th. So the month of June, mid-June, is going to be pretty intense for you. A lot of focus on relationships and how you communicate with the ones that you love. Hold your tongue, Cancer. I know that you can be very emotional, and when you get emotional, this is when your throat chakra, which is ruled by Mercury, can overextend itself. So I'm going to remind you to watch your words with your lover and watch your words with the people that you love. Be careful at work. Sometimes we can get ourselves in trouble with a little bit of gossip. Especially at work, you want to kind of keep your mouth tight about gossip at work around this time. Also, Cancer, the stone labradorite is a beautiful stone that is helps your throat chakra as well. So if you're needing courage, that's a crystal that I would recommend for you to wear in around mid-June if you'd like to activate the Mercury in your throat chakra. This can help activate that area where you can find your voice if you're needing courage. But just remember to stay clear of the gossip. But this can be a time when some networking might be happening. It is connected to an air sign. Gemini rules Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. And Virgos are very analytical, and Geminis are very intelligent and witty. This also might be a time for your spirituality to really kick in. Mercury is like an antenna. If you ever look at the sign of Mercury, he has his two little wings on top of his head because he's connected to Hermes. These can be when you get some downloads from the spirit world as well, Cancer. So just be aware that your antenna might be up and you're going to be sensitive to the environment around you and to be careful of gossip around this time. But this can activate your throat chakra and some networking might be happening for you. And it should be very positive. Okay, let's continue on with the rest of your chart. Okay, so if we continue through June 21st to July 22nd, happy birthday, Cancer. This is your birthday season, and the sun has made its full circle around the wheel of life. It is your solar return, and the sun is shining on you, Cancer. It will bring and shine the light on things that need your attention. So just be aware that when the sun is in your sign during your birthday season, this is when a lot of focus is on you because that's exactly what it is. The sun is going to shine a light upon you, Cancer. So enjoy your birthday season. Okay, let's continue on with the rest of your astrology. So we have a passionate month in September as well, Cancer. September the 4th, Mars, the god of war, enters your sign in Cancer. So the only way I can really describe the god of war to you is he brings a lot of passion and drive and confidence and being self-aware. He rules the first house, which is our self, our face, the face that we show the world, okay? He also rules your eyebrows and the way that you look at things, okay? So he ignites passion in your relationship, but he is the god of war. He can also have passionate infighting as well, where you could be easily triggered. Maybe a temper tantrum, okay, Cancer? I don't want to say that our Cancers ever have temper tantrums. No, not Cancers. Never do we have temper tantrums. That's a joke, by the way. Of course we have temper tantrums. So Mars can ignite that. I want you to think of when you see a flower blossoming and opening up, that moment when you start to see a flower bloom and it's in that tight squeezed bud formation, and then you suddenly see it blossom and open up and spread open wide. That's Mars. That passion ignites, and it's like a wild fire, okay? He is a fire sign. He is ruled by Aries, the ram. And think of the ram, how we have two rams bumping heads, okay? Especially during mating season when passions are running high and hormones are running high. That is all Mars, okay? So around this time, again, just like when Mercury hangs out with you, I need to remind you to watch your words because they can turn into fighting words, all right? So just be aware during September, okay? The first week of September, you're going to have this Mars energy kind of hanging out with you. All right, so that's what I have for the whole year. We're going to go over the retrograde, and this is for that will conclude your whole yearly horoscope. So we'll just talk about the retrogrades, and that will be it. So the other important dates that you need to pay attention to is April the 1st through the 24th, August the 4th through the 27th, November the 25th to December the 15th. Mercury retrograde is hard on Cancers. Why? Because we are emotional beings, okay? We are connected to the moon. Mercury is a fast planet. Mercury goes around the sun in 88 days. That is a fast moving planet. So when it gets close to us, that speed affects us. Just like a solar flare that bounces off the sun and shoots out from the sun, it messes with our magnetic field. There's these energies that are transferred between Earth and Mercury because Mercury is so fast and mighty, okay? Be prepared for your emotions to be off. Be prepared for brain fog. More than any other sign in the zodiac, Mercury retrogrades do affect us emotionally, and we get drained and we get tired. So make time to go to bed early. Be aware of your emotions. Be prepared for your cell phone to act up or your computer to act up. Make exceptions for things to be a little wonky around this time. Communication breaks down, blockages, okay? Mercury rules the mail. So if you're ordering things online, be prepared for a delay around these times. Mercury rules the everyday hard-working people. But don't forget, during Mercury retrograde, especially, we have a lot of fraud. We have a lot of bank card fraud. We have a lot of banking fraud. People steal things from stores more during a Mercury retrograde. Also, at Christmas time, if you're ordering a lot of online packages for Christmas presents, do it a little early because you will be hit with a Mercury retrograde at the end of November. And I know our Cancers love to give gifts. Gifts are important to our Cancer signs. It is a way that we show love, okay? We are a very giving and loving, forgiving sign, okay? So just remember that during Mercury retrograde around Christmas, to make exceptions, to pay attention to your credit card, be careful doing online shopping, be aware of fraud, so be smart, Cancers, but also allow for time. If you are doing most of your Christmas shopping online, be prepared for possibly some delays during delivery because Mercury rules delivery trucks, FedEx, the mail, all those things is stuff that Mercury rules. And be prepared for brain fog. You might want to take a hot bath, soak in some essential oils, pamper yourself, Cancer, love yourself, and put yourself first. Try to remember to do that this year. Your relationships are going to be blossoming. You're going to have a lot of sexual energy for youth in and out throughout the entire year. These planets are working for the greater good for you. Please believe that God made these planets for a reason to help us along. I know I do true crime, and a lot of us I pick apart the negative aspects of true crime, but this isn't true crime. This is so fun for me to look at the planets like this with you. I really enjoyed this because I don't get to look at the planets in this beautiful, positive light where it's the rainbows and the butterflies and the rain and all the beautiful blessings that these planets do provide for us, Cancer. So please enjoy your year. Have a happy year. Many blessings to you. I truly hope that this information that I've provided for you is helpful. I will provide my Cash App information in this video. It would be great if you get me a cup of coffee. This was a lot of work, and like I said, I am still learning, so it would be greatly appreciated. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this every year. It is a lot of work for each sign. I really do put a lot of hard work into it for each sign. So I'm truly hoping that you have many blessings. Please remember that God made these planets to help us along. Blessed be, Cancer. Have a lovely year.